Today I'm going to be talking about big box facilities and the small concept. A lot of the time, nursing homes fall short providing dignity, safety, and showing overall compassion to the residents they work with. The small home concept absolutely blows commercial facilities out of the water. This newer concept is already beating every other statistic that large facilities have established for years. It's changing the way people think about elder care, and I can and will give facts from several different sources, but nothing compares to my personal experience. I have seen and been employed at both commercial facilities and the small home concept and have points to make about both. With that in mind, let's start with breaking down the differences between both of these concepts. My first main point is safety. The first point I have to make about that is resident crowding. In big commercial facilities, they cram as many residents as they can, and they're primarily based on having enough beds. Anywhere else in the building is not big enough to fit all residents. At one facility I worked at, our cafeteria wasn't big enough to hold all the residents we have, so we had to allot for a certain amount to stay in their rooms. In 2021, Health Affairs said that a big box facility struggled keeping their residents well and even alive during the COVID-19 pandemic. And all small concept nursing homes down the road had no cases at all. Another point I wanted to make was focused care. With less residents, when something is wrong with the resident, it's usually noticed faster and treated. More eyes on separate people, different eyes can see different things and what's wrong. Showers at commercial facilities happen strictly once a week. At small concept facilities, showers happen at least twice a week or as needed for the residents that need help, and the ones that don't can shower whenever they want. Most times, fun, pampering things like nail care and salon treatments happen at least once a week compared to, well, never at big box facilities. Our CNAs provide care to every resident with whether they want their nails painted, whether they want their toes painted, a haircut, a perm, it all happens. Resident to staff ratios. In 2024, CMS said that a nurse is required to be on every floor at a long-term care center, and that has to be 24/7. That rarely happens. My experience at a commercial facility taught me that at some points there were only one RN in the whole building, which held well over 100 residents. If you had to report something, a fall, you had to go searching throughout the whole building. We barely had phone lines that worked. Resident to staff ratios. This one sits well in my heart. My experience at a CNA to resident ratios at the lowest I've seen were 1 to 15, but most times it was close to 1 to 25 or 30. Another main point I wanted to make was about dignity. Staying active. In 2024, Senior Care Solutions said that aging doesn't mean giving up on your hobbies, desires, and freedom. Board games, card games, active games are a part of every single day at a small house concept. We rarely go a minute sitting on the couch watching a TV show. We're always engaging. A daily workout, one that accommodates everybody, is always done at the beginning of the day to start off the day right. We also focus on an at-home feeling. Residents at the place I work have their personal family pictures up throughout the whole house, making it more recognizable to them. The facility I work at looks like a house. Anyone that doesn't know what this place is would just think it's a regular house when they walk in. We have fireplaces, we have a kitchen, we have rooms that look like bedrooms. It doesn't look like a hospital or a sterile environment. The last point I want to make is about compassion. We provide proper ADLs. In 2025, Justice and Aging stated that if there is no time in the morning and the CNA is rushed, they will skip important parts of a morning routine like brushing the residents' teeth or even changing out of their pajamas. I saw this a lot. You had to get them down to breakfast, and if they weren't down there at a certain time, they wouldn't eat. And so if they weren't changed, that was better than not eating. I have worked with other CNAs that do not have time to even get everyone out of bed. And so they stay in their bed for over 15 hours straight, just because they don't have the time or because they forget. Every resident at the facility I work at gets individual care for as long as they need, and they get undivided attention all throughout the day. In 2021, AARP said that residents in small house concepts receive more one-on-one time and quality time with the care providers. I love to sit and talk to all the individuals I work with, my residents and my coworkers. But at the commercial facility I worked at, I never had friendships with my coworkers. And I never got to speak to my residents like they were actual people. I never had time to do any of that. It was strictly just work and care, and not even the best care. In closing, both of the elder care jobs that I have had taught me different things. The small concept facility has taught me morals that I will carry for the rest of my life. The commercial facility will always remind me of how much worse my situation could be, and to be grateful for where I am now.